Record. Hey everyone, thanks for joining me today. I'm excited to talk to Sharon, and we're going to be sharing about Kauai today, and then we'll get all of her contact information at the end. But I'm excited to revisit Kauai. We were just chatting, and as I mentioned, I got married on Kauai, but that's been quite some time ago. So tell us about your trip to Kauai, Sharon, and welcome.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much for having me. Of course, I get to talk about our most favorite place in the world. And so that's always really nice. And then it makes me really homesick. But we've been going. We went last year, we're going again this year. Uh, and like I said, it's our favorite place on the planet, my husband and I.
Oh, wonderful. So you've been many times then.
Yes. Well, when I had met Dave, we went to Oahu, but and then I had been to the other islands, and he said, "Have you ever been to Kauai?" And I said, "No." And he goes, "Well, I want to go to Kauai. I want to go where you haven't been." And
Right.
that was in 2002, and we bought a timeshare
Oh, nice.
at Lauai Beach Resort. We have just loved it. And it's just been, our home away from home, our sacred place, and where we just get away from all the hustle and bustle of the life and everything. And we're just in this safe haven. It,
Yes.
it's so beautiful. Each of the islands, they all are magical, but all the energy, all the different islands are all different.
Yeah, I really sense that too, because I've been to a few of the other islands too. But Kauai is known as the Garden Isle, and there's just something about
Yeah.
it.
It is. And so when Dave and I, what people always said to us, well, Kauai is for the newlyweds and the nearly deads.
Oh no.
And then I said, well, we're not nearly dead yet,
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
what part of the island is your timeshare on?
It's called Kaloa. It's the southernmost part. And that's the Lauai Beach Resort,
Oh,
that
okay.
the timeshare that we bought when we were just had to, when we were there, we couldn't leave without it.
Yeah.
And so, that's our favorite place to go. So being on the southernmost part of the island, the weather's better.
Mm.
So like Princeville and more north, when you go up, it's much more rainy. It rains like all
Yes.
the time. And that's why there's such beautiful flowers and everything there because it rains a lot.
Right, right.
But see, we have our little snuggy place where it doesn't really rain there so much, and yeah, so it's been just our home away from home. Anytime we can get there is where we go.
So the last time you were there was what month was it?
It was August. It was on our anniversary last year, and now we're going back again on our anniversary this year.
Oh, nice. So that's in August.
Mhm.
So that's
August,
kind of
yeah, August 31st.
nice.
So, yeah.
Congratulations. Well, that's kind of the off season too. It's a little bit more affordable to go then, that type of thing.
Yeah, and it's just beautiful. And where we are, we're right on the right across the street is one of the best snorkeling places on the whole island, and it's really small. So the beauty of being like in that area in Kaloa is a lot of people don't know about
Right. Yeah. Well, we'll try to keep it a secret then.
well, and we'll just tell all the people we love the most where
Right,
it is.
exactly. Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you have favorite restaurants that you like to go there?
Well, yes. So we're in the Lauai Beach Resort, right across the street is where that best snorkeling beach is, and the restaurant that has the most beautiful sunsets every night is called the Beach House. So we don't even have to get in the car. You know,
Oh, nice.
we
Yeah.
just walk across the street and it's just like heaven. And then you look out, onto the water, and then everybody's out there for the sunsets every night. I mean, the beach and everything is packed because it's so beautiful. So
Right.
that is our first foremost favorite beach house. And then my husband is a foodie. I'm not a foodie, and so the food. I mean, I enjoy nice food, and I
Right.
enjoy
Right.
going out to eat. And he just loves food. So his favorite place is um, is Kyoki's because it has the best hula pie
Ooh.
in the world. And seriously, I'm not a big, dessert eater, but you have to have it. You have to taste it
Yeah.
because there's absolutely nothing like it. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I remember I loved Kauai for all the freshness, the fruits, everything is just so fresh. The fish is phenomenal. It's just
Yes.
amazing.
Yeah. So when we go there, a lot of times we will go to Costco, and we like to eat in. I mean, we do go
Yes.
out, of course, but the whole point of being there is just to relax. So
Yes.
we don't have to be anywhere. We don't have to do anything. So we get all of that delicious fish at Costco, and then they've got barbecues, and we can put it on the grill, or we can just bake it or whatever. And we just, it's just like home away from home. It's such a beautiful place. But yeah, Dave and his hula pie, that, that that's the end. That's like
Right.
the be all end all he loves.
Yeah. So there are other places you like to explore on the island?
When in 2002, when we first went there, we did much more exploring. We took a canoe ride, and we took a boat a boat ride, and we like to walk and hike, and of course all of that's there, and there's so much more. I mean, they've got helicopters and planes, and I mean, just everything you name it going on. They really have everything. So we haven't done a lot of that recently. We just love to go there and just chill out.
Right. That's a good plan. I mean, it is. I think that's the one thing I remember. Like I said, it's been a while from Hawaii, is just that everything's much slower, no rushing.
Yeah, the newlyweds and the nearly deads.
Yeah.
So no, we're not dead yet. But yeah, it's just so talk about self-care,
Yes.
and talk about just being, being. We're human beings, not human doers. and
Right.
and all the time, particularly in the US, and a lot of trips. I love to travel, so I mean, I love all of that. But this is just, a safe and sacred space where you can just go do nothing or do as much as you want. It's all right there.
Right. Exactly. So what are some things you recommend for people packing if they're going to Kauai?
You know, you don't need much.
Right.
I mean, we got our birthday suits, and a swimsuit, some shorts, um, a little jacket or something, particularly if it's raining, you might want a little, lightweight
Yeah.
hoodie, something like that. Sandals, the beach shoes when we go, snorkeling. We have our little those slippers that
Yes.
you get, that you can walk in the sand, and all of that. And like, we just walk across the street, so we either have sandals or wear our little, beach shoes. But we even swam with a sea turtle
Oh, wow.
in right across the street from our timeshare. And so it's incredible. And the fish, we had to buy books. There's so many fish
Oh, wow.
that we have never seen before. And when you're snorkeling, it's like, oh, it's just, we're just in awe.
Yeah,
Oh, did you see that?
right.
See that? And it's just heaven on earth.
Yeah, and I love that the water it's so clear. You can just literally kind of walk in, and I don't know if the beach you're speaking about too. Some places I know off of Hawaii, you literally can kind of just walk in a ways into the water and put your face down a little bit and just see amazing things. It's incredible.
Yes, absolutely. And right there is it's kind of safe and protected, because there it's the beach house is there, and all of that. So we see the beautiful sunset, but it's just all for us to take in. Everybody that goes there,
Right.
and then the beautiful sunsets. I mean, you just never get tired of them.
No, I know. And
Yeah.
there's something magical. I don't know. It's like that's the one place, it's these beaches where, sunset starts to happen and you just see everybody comes out. It's like this emotional gathering. It's really incredible.
It is all ages, all, little ones, older people, you name it, they all come out for the sunset, the beautiful, beautiful sunsets. So amazing.
Yeah. So the
There's
snorkeling, go ahead.
there's something, so where we are, like I said, in like Kaloa, we're the southernmost, and then after that, the road actually ends.
Yes,
So
that's
if you
right.
want to go beyond there, you have to hike, or take a boat around, or see it from a helicopter or something like that. So that's where we are down there. But there's two places that we really love, and usually we're walking.
Okay.
Usually we just walk, and so one is called Sprouting Horn,
Ooh.
and Sprouting Horn, well, it's that's what it does. You sit and watch it, the water sprouts up,
Yeah.
and then it goes back down, and we love to take pictures of Sprouting.
Right. Oh, wow.
And then they've got these really sweet little um well, where people go like to sell their Hawaii stuff,
Hmm.
for the tourists,
Right.
and like a little, not like a flea market, but sort of
Yeah, sort of.
like, yeah, like a place where you could go get handmade stuff or jewelry, all of the island stuff that's right there. And then also there's a tropical botanical garden
Oh,
that's on the
yeah.
way, when you walk on the way to Sprouting Horn.
Oh,
So
nice.
all of those things are very close. So like I said, we don't usually get in the car or anything. Usually we just walk, because it's so beautiful, and that's a beautiful botanical garden that's there. So those are kind of like our secret, places where we like to go, and it never ceases to amaze us.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
there are other walking paths like near the beaches. It's been a while since I've been there, so I can't remember.
Yes. There's, well, like Poi Poo. People know of Poi Poo. That is, so like I said, as we come around in Kaloa and all of that, that's right before like the highway, the highway ends. So Poi Poo Beach is like, if I was looking at the water, it would be like to the left
Oh, okay, yeah.
of Kaloa. And there's so many walking places there. There's the beautiful beaches. I went with one of my friends, and we did like a water aerobics,
Oh, nice.
a group that she belongs to, and that was really fun. with her. So and there's hotels and but they're not like on top of each other. It really is. We really do have space when we go there. And so it's not like one on top of the other or a lot of traffic,
Oh, nice.
that sort of thing. Yeah, and then Kyoki's with the hula pie. That's down farther, the other, in the other direction.
Right, right. Well, it's good to hear that it hasn't been overbuilt because, like I said, it's been quite some time since I've been there. And, with any of these amazing places, you just hope that there is kind of that balance between nature and us wanting to enjoy it.
Well, there really is there because I think a lot of the younger people go to the other islands, particularly Maui. And I mean, I went there too before, and I had never been to Kauai, because that's kind of where people would go because
Right,
there's some nightlife, there's those things going on. Like I said, we go to Kauai because we're not interested
right, right,
in all of that. And people, like if someone was going there by themselves, I mean, I wouldn't mind going by myself. The thing is if you're wanting to meet people or be around other people, it's probably not the greatest for
right,
that, although I'm sure there is going to be people and there's little bars and stuff, but it's not like, it's not like Maui
right.
or Oahu or the well, I haven't been to the Big Island yet, actually.
Oh, you haven't?
No, I've been to the rest of them, but not that one. So
Yeah.
have to try that one
Yeah,
day.
yeah. Now you'll have to check out the Big Island. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
because
you're
I've
right.
heard great things.
Hawaii is a bit more, and it's nice to hear, but it's been like so long since I've been there. But my impression too is it was just that more quiet, laid back. You could really, but for someone that's solo, I think they could get, if they do want to just disconnect and kind of take that break. And it felt very safe, at least when I was there.
And still, and the people are very nice, like out by the pool. And there's a lot of older people
Yeah.
too, and then there's the younger ones that have the kids,
Right.
and the little kids are running around and they're adorable, and all of that. And then they've got the hot tubs, and so you can kind of move around. So yeah, and it would depend on what someone was looking for, but I think if they wanted nightlife and and to like meet people, that's probably not the best island.
Right.
Could be Oahu or Maui or yeah.
Were
But
there any like local foods that you just can find in Hawaii that you remember in Kauai or treats or besides the hula pie?
yeah, um, oh gosh, the one it's is it Japanese? It's the fish,
Oh, is it the pokey, the little
the
cube?
pokey,
Yes, 'cause
the pokey, and we got a bunch of that at Costco too.
oh, did you?
And of course they have it everywhere.
Oh, it's because it's
And
so
the
good. To
and
me,
the
it's like
totally the pokey. Yeah. So that's probably, like I said, I'm not really a foodie, but I do eat light and I love fish. And there's all the fish. I mean, just all the delicious fish,
yes, yeah.
even ones I hadn't heard of before.
Yeah, I was wondering if they had like little, and I'd have to look if they had like little farmers market sort of things or
They do.
oh, okay.
They do. It's up closer to like where you're going to the airport.
Oh, okay.
There's a farmer's market that on the way out of where we are, and you keep going in that direction like as if you were going to the airport. And then they have, and they have magazines, I mean, and flyers with all the stuff that's going on. Oh, the other place I wanted to tell you about is the the Buddhist temple
Oh,
there's several Buddhist temples, but the one that's closest to us, um, I we loved, and you can go in there and you can meditate. So when they're open in the hours, of operation, you can actually go in there and meditate.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it's right. You would never believe it was there. It's like right in the middle of this residential area.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
because this is new. I had not heard that.
yes, and there's probably, I think there's like five of them. Now, we just go to that one because it's closest to us and we really like it.
Right.
But yeah, there's a lot of them in Kauai.
Interesting.
Yeah, yeah. So it's kind of that. Well, it kind of lets itself to that spiritual, the spirituality and the going within,
Mm-hmm.
and kind of being quiet and in that sacred space. That's what I love. That's what I do.
Right, and that's what I was gonna say, that ties in directly with what you do. And when did you kind of come to this, and tell us a little bit, Sharon, about what you do for people, so if they are interested, of course.
Well, I for 30 years I've been reading what's called the Akashic Records. And the Akashic Records, that's just it's past, present, and future. Each one of us, when our soul sparks, all the information for all time, past, present, and future, is there for us to embrace. And so, why would we want to do that? Well, the beauty of it is, so often when we come to Earth, we think there's only the physical.
Right.
And our physical body needs to live with ease. And how we balance that is our physical human beingness with our spiritual practice. So it isn't an either or, it's an and. And just being able, what I do is sometimes people feel disconnected, or they feel uh, yeah, basically like something's wrong and I don't know what it is. Usually it's kind of a disconnection of our soul
Right.
that happens. And so usually that's how people find me. And the Akashic work just allows me to go in and explain to someone where their soul sparked, what their soul purpose is, all of those, all of those different things, and then to explain how powerful they are, and luminous light being powerful beyond measure. And that's who we always are in the non-physical, but we come to Earth and then we just get fixated, on the physicality of everything, and a lot of times we forget. So I'm here to remind people, that you're a luminous light being powerful beyond measure, and this is your soul group, and you can go,
Yeah.
visit them and meditate or whatever with your soul family. And then a lot of people are asking, well, what is my soul purpose?
Right.
Well, we do know that when we come in, only like I said, sometimes we need reminders.
Yeah.
And so, I get to aid people to find their reconnection to who they truly are on the soul level, and how to live a physical life with ease. If we don't live our physical life with ease, we create dis-ease,
Right, and then there's always that struggle, I imagine, of
the push pull.
the push pull or the demands of what, kind of, well, modern life. Let's just be honest. In the United States, there's this, constant push to be financially, at a certain place, or have these trappings, the big house, the belongings. I mean, we're very much materialistic here in the United States, and
Exactly.
unfortunately, that's kind of permeated other countries now. We're seeing it.
Yes, it has. And then there's the reminders, like, the Buddhist temples, and all of that wonderful stuff. Yeah, and so I'm just happy and grateful. You know, it actually changed my life when my mother died. Actually, coming back from Kauai, my
Really?
my mother died. I didn't want to leave her, but we were gonna lose the trip because it was
Right.
only for 18 months, and she passed, but and I got the call that in the morning, and that was my Kauai is my mother's favorite place
Oh,
too
was it? Oh,
in the
wow.
whole world. And so here, I thought I was going to get home in time, but I got a call from her caregiver, and she said, "You know, your mom passed." And I'm like, I was out of my mind. I was so upset.
Right,
And she said,
right.
"Sharon, no, listen, she planned it." So my mother gave me lots of gifts from the non-physical, and she didn't want anybody there when she passed. So she asked Cindy, she said, "Where's Sharon going to be?" She's in Kauai. You know, where's Abe going to be? Where's Marlene going to be? And we were all going to be gone. And then Cindy came, and then my mother passed.
That's very interesting.
She was really heavy in my space, though, coming back from that trip and everything. And
Right.
what we got, and then I had my first Akashic reading, and the woman explained to me that my mother was earthbound because she was so afraid to die,
Oh,
that she was hanging on, but then you're stuck in between.
yes, yes.
And so I knew what the woman explained to me in my Akashic record. I already knew it, but I didn't have the language or the system. I didn't understand until then. I said, "Where do I sign up?" And then my mother, you know, gave us that gift, gave me that gift that I could feel her, and I knew she wasn't in her right place. So then we got to call in the third order escorting her to the astral plane justly earned. So this whole Kauai thing for me is
Yeah,
just,
it is. It's so important and
yeah,
so pivotal.
it really has been. And I'm just happy and grateful that I can help others to not suffer, because suffering is not required. It really isn't. And so when we really understand our 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 greatness,
Right,
our power that we came in with, that's all we have to remember, and we can really lean into it and just love ourselves, love our lives, love everyone around. Love is the highest frequency on the map of consciousness. It's 500. So
yeah,
I tell people, if you're not feeling good, then just stop and say, "What would I love? What would I love? What would I love?" And that love energy, open up our hearts and really allow us to be, do, and have all that we would love.
right.
We get to choose.
And be full, be whole, it sounds like.
Yes, yes. The love energy is the sacred love and healing energy, and it's Archangel Raphael. Archangel Raphael is the archangel of the heart, love, and healing.
Well, what a gift that you're able to do this for people and bring them peace, bring them, give them some wholeness. I mean, it's a gift.
And I'm blessed, you know, every day I wake up.
Yeah, I can tell. I can just tell your happiness and you're at peace. You're not
Yeah.
struggling yeah. It's a beautiful thing. So tell people where they can find you, Sharon, your website or reach out to you.
Yes, my website is www and it's Sharon Caren, SharonCaren. It's the C for Karen, SharonCaren.com. And I have a free chakra guide that I would love for you to go to SharonCaren.com. There's a little corner, a little white corner. It says free chakra guide. So you download that. It has a ton of wonderful information that you will love. All the chakras and the archangel realms is the way that I always teach it. And it's a great guide. You know, you can meditate with it, do all
Yeah.
sorts of things. So I would really love for everyone to go get that free chakra guide. You'll love it.
Nice. Thank you so much, Sharon. This has been beautiful. And thank you for sharing about your favorite place, Kauai. Now I
And
have to go think about going back.
yes, you do. You absolutely do. I know we can't wait. End of August, we're going to be back.
Yeah, and that's something that I'm sure you look forward to each year. It's just like there's our time to connect and get back to just being in nature and being outside and
Just be a human being
yes.
and not a human doer.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, thanks again, Sharon, and we hope that we'll
April, yeah, thank you so much for having me. This was just delightful. I loved it. Yeah.
thank you.